And welcome to the NoteBuyer's Academy. I believe that this is going to be the best academy that we've ever had. My goal is that you close a deal within the next 90 days. So if we plug in, let's assume we're going to sell it to this investor, and the most they're going to pay is the $69,341. So we put that in PV, okay, we're carrying that down, and we solve for I, and that would give the investor a 7.54% yield. This is a good place to start determining your offer. Understand the chances of them paying this much, that would have to be a really, really nice note. To just take a 5% discount on it, it would have to be very clean. High yield, good down payment, everything. Because normally you're going to have much more of a discount. People brag about a 20% discount. People look at 20% on a performing note as being high. I think any time that you're either side of 10%, that's kind of what people consider average, if you will. And I am hesitant to throw that out because there isn't an average. Every note is looked at differently. And so while we're on that, I do want to mention this. People ask me all the time, hey, what's your buy rate? How much you're buying notes at? And I'm not going to tell them because every deal is different. And you are shooting yourself in the foot if you say, hey, if everything looks good, I'll buy it 7.5%. Well, what they consider good may not be what you consider good. And now they're going to be set on 7.5%. And if you come in at 8, that's not going to fly with them because they know that you didn't give their best offer. You did not give them your best offer. So the truth is that offers are all across the board depending on the note, depending on loan to value, on the collateral, the payor, the yield, looking at the big picture, okay? So don't let anybody try to pressure you into giving them a buy rate unless they have filled out a submission form and you are analyzing exact numbers. They will push you and they will try to tell you, just don't do it. Just refuse it. I can't. Look, if you just give me the numbers, I'll tell you to the penny what I'll pay for it. But off the top of my head, I can't give you a number because I take so many different things into consideration. I can't tell you this is an average of what I pay because I don't know of an average note. Every note's different. Okay, so to determine your offer, if your investor's minimum discount is the $69,341, I run the numbers right down in line. And this is what I meant by I said it makes it real easy. Notice I just staggered them about a half a point going down. And then I calculate what PV would be at each rate. Okay? So remember when I said that I like to do it ahead of time so that when I'm on the phone I can tell? So this gives me a range. If I'm talking to somebody and they say that they'll pay me $65,000, I can just look at that at a glance and know that they're talking between 8 and 8.5. That might not seem like much to you, but when you're negotiating and they know more than you do and they have more experience than you do, this is like huge because you know if that's about where you want to be. Or if they say, look, I'll buy this for 8 3/4. 8 3/4. They're going to pay between $63,500 and $61,000. And if you're looking for $65,000, you know that that's not going to fly. So it doesn't matter that you don't have to get out that calculator and calculate. You already know it's not going to fly. So I'm telling you that if you do this ahead of time before you get on the phone with anybody, it really does make a big difference. And you will really appear very smart. Okay? It just gives you power when you're negotiating. Now, it's important to understand that when I wrote these numbers down, that is discounting the note to yield that amount. Okay? So, for example, if you wanted a 10% rate of return, you would pay $56,000 and or $56,006. That is not the same thing as a 10% minimum discount. A 10% minimum discount would be paying 90% of $72,000. It's a whole lot different number. Do you understand that? What makes the academy are the people who come. Okay, thank you.